right, we're going to use the distance formula to help us confirm that these points make a parallelogram. I know that in a parallelogram, so I have a shape that looks something like this. I know opposite sides have the same length, and one pair of opposite sides is parallel, which forces the other one to be parallel. So let's check this out. Let's plot our points first. So -3, 4, -3 up 4, that's my point A, 5, 4, over 5, up 4, here's B, C is 3, -1, and D is -5, -1 over here. So I can see straight away that the top and the bottom are horizontal lines. That did not make a straight line. Let's try again. There we go. All right. So because my top and bottom are horizontal lines, I know I have parallel lines. So let's go back and figure out these distances, verify that they're the same. So first of all, let's do the distance from A to B. So we can use the absolute value symbols to show distance. That's because absolute value is a measure of how long or the magnitude of a line. So A to B is going to be, using my formula, square root. So I'm going to start by doing x minus x, -3 minus 5 squared, plus y minus y, 4 minus 4. Well, that's just 0, so I don't even need to put that part in my calculator, because of course 0 squared is 0. So square root of -3 minus 5 squared, and I get 8. So I know AB has a length of 8. Let's check DC. Square root of, let's subtract the x values. 3 minus -5 plus -1 minus -1. Of course, that's going to make another 0, so that's great. It goes away. So now I have square root 3 minus -5 squared, and I get 8. So these have the same length, and they're parallel. We must have a parallelogram. I can also go back and check that my AD and BC have the same lengths. So good practice for us. AD, let's subtract the x's. -3 minus -5 squared, plus, now I'm going to look at my y values, 4 minus -1. So let's see what we get there. All right, square root of -3 minus -5. Oops, -5 squared plus 4 minus -1 squared, and I get 9. That seems too long. 3 minus -5, I missed a parenthesis. Let's go fix that. So I should have had a parenthesis here. All right. So that means there's too many parentheses out here, this first one. Let's get rid of that. Okay, -3 minus -5 squared, 4 minus -1 squared. All right, that's a better value. So 5.3 dot dot dot. And then hopefully BC has the same length. Again, x minus x, 5 minus 3. I know that's 2. 4 minus -1. That's going to be 5. So I could also do square root of 2 squared plus 5 squared, and hopefully I get the same thing. So we know that this length is the same as this length. We also saw parallel, so we must have a parallelogram.